from the rest of society. That they threatened the stability of that society. And the Jews in Berea were diligent to study the scriptures. Because they were waiting for the Messiah. They were away from Jerusalem, so they didn't really know what happened. And when they had it explained to them, they received.
Amen.
So coming into Christ, we talk about being born again. We talk about our spirits being regenerated. And all those Christian things that we preach about. But what is it that you're coming into? What is it that they're coming into? He never knows which direction I'm going in, so because everywhere I go, the message is slightly different. So as a new covenant believer, you're not just someone who said yes to Jesus. That in that moment of time you stepped into faith. But you stepped into the climax of this story. The climax of this story that Jacob was at the beginning of. Because the angel of the Lord changed his name to Israel. Jacob meant deceiver. Israel means son of God. And that was the point where Jacob's heart had changed. From what he was before when he deceived his brother and his father. To becoming the head of a family that would then populate the known world then. And that covenant relationship that God had with Israel went down the centuries. They broke it, they came back, they broke it, they came back. Until God sent himself in the form of Jesus. Who in his ministry kept all the requirements of the law. In his ministry he kept all the requirements of the law. And hung on that cross for the joy that was set before him, which is you. That through his death you get an inheritance.
Amen.
Now, an inheritance is useless if you don't step into it.
bannaye obusika buba kintu ekitagasa bw'obanga toyingidde mu busika bwo kubulya.
If you don't live out of the benefits.
Era n'otatambulira mu migaso gya busika bwo.
There's a story, it's a true story.
Bannaye waliwo olugero ate lugero lwennyini lwa ddala.
Of a man who sailed from England to America.
Omusajja eyatambulira ku lyato okuva mu England n'ayingira mu America.
On a ship that just moved people across the ocean.
Munnange waliwo obwato obutambuza abantu okuyita mu gasemayanja ago.
And he'd saved really hard to have enough money to buy the ticket.
Munnange kyali kizitowera omusajja ono okugula tiketi okusaabala.
Because he wanted this good life that had been promised to him in America.
Kubanga ekyali kimubonyaabonya yali ayagala obulamu obulungi bwe bamusuubiza nti buli mu America.
And as they were getting off the ship,
naye mu bwe yamala okulinnya ku lyato,
the captain said, I've noticed that you haven't eaten any of the food.
Munnange omukozi w'okumeeri n'amugamba munnange nkizudde tonnalya ku kantu.
Was there something wrong with the food?
Ono n'amubuuza kizibu ki ekiri mu mmere lwaki gw'ogaanye okulya emmere gye tubagabudde ku lyato.
The man says, oh no, it looked absolutely delicious, but I didn't have enough money to pay for the food.
Omusajja n'agamba munnange emmere kisimbi mmere nnungi naye mbadde sirina ssente zimala nti nguleyo akamere nniire kuno ku lyato.
And the captain said to him,
munnange omuvuzi w'eryato n'amugamba,
the food was included in the cost of your ticket.
n'amugamba wagaanye kulya emmere yabadde ebaliddwa mu ssente za tiketi ze wasasudde.
So don't get to heaven
bannaaye naawe tutuukeeyo mu ggulu
and be so grateful and thankful. Yes, that's good.
n'otuukeeyo n'osanyuka ntuuse mu ggulu.
And God says, but you didn't use your inheritance.
naye ate Mukama akugambe munnange tewakozesa bya busika byo.
It's part of your salvation.
Bannange ebyo kitundutundu